This old man used half of his retirement money to exchange for 15,000 cue cards. To try his luck, the dealer currently had 10 point, but they still had one more card left to turn. He looked at the card of the dealer and then looked back at his M and 6 cards. After a moment of hesitation, he made up his and signaled to deal more cards. It was clear that this new card had made his score exceed 21, meaning that this extreme hand had failed. He lost $9,000, but Mr. Bond didn't look like he was sorry at all. He asked employees were left after I lost. He announced that the number of coins left on the table was 12,000, making the old man friend behind him was stunned and surprised to see that while they were away, he had increased his original meager amount by 10 times. It's true that the older the ginger gets, the spicier it gets. The two friend who just now criticized Mr. He tried to stop them, but now they have to stay close to the ground and constantly beg for their old friend luck. These 4 old men were once close friends who always had each other when they were in trouble, but when they grew up, they each lived in one place and lived together. Have a separate life for yourself. It'd been more than 50 years, and you never had the change to reunite. But for what reason are 4 of you at the same time in Las Vegas like this? There are a lot of money coming in, so it's difficult to get the money to go out. Every tree, every flower, every house, every scene, for old men who seem to love life but actually have deep sorrows in their heart. For example, Sam and his wife. He has been married for many years but has no children, although the love between the two is very deep. But because his legs are not healthy, sometimes he cannot feel the joy that is inherent in him, which is not good. How much better when suffering from high blood pressure in the elderly, although he has a family and children to take care of him, but because his son is a bit worried. Sometimes he feels like he is being forced to the point of suffocation, still can't get over the shock of the person he loved the most leaving him about a year ago. He is now extremely lonely and lost. He never misses his later wife, with his hands on his knees in the front room. Although this old man is about to die, it seems that Billy is the one with the most comfortable and successful life. Even though his hair has changed color, he is still quite good shape and is able to run his business well. He was even preparing to marry his young and beautiful wife. That day, Icky lay motionless on the bed, refusing to wake up. His son walked in and said if Dad feels unwell, he will stay at home with Dad, Ichi. He quickly shook his head to show that he didn't need it and then used the excuse that he had peed on the bed last night, so he didn't want everyone to see and understand why his father wanted to save face, so his son just closed the door and left. Just wait for that, and the old man immediately jumped up from the bed, put on his hat, took his luggage, tied his bag around his waist, and left a note with the message that he was going out to drink for a few days. Everyone, please rest assured and don't go looking. Dad loves us. Then the old man secretly pulled back the curtain, opened the windows to explore around, took a deep breath, then jumped down from the scary high windows. Sam Carr had been waiting outside of a long time to pick up ACH and P. The 3 of them immediately jumped on the plane and headed to Las Vegas to meet Billy. It turned out that these 3 friends had previously received an invitation to attend the bachelor party of their soon-to-be married friend, but when they were about to enter hotel to rest, but was informed by the staff that the place was undergoing repairs and would not be able to move in until next year, so they decided to move to Billy Hotel to stay temporarily while they were away. While waiting to check in, they were suddenly attracted by a catchy voice of Ton Thap. Sam and Achi of course couldn't miss this good opportunity to invite the beautiful singer for a drink so we could go. Hoa wife couldn't either. Resisting her curiosity, she quickly approached to admire the beauty. After a while of chatting, the singer also agreed to officially join the 4 old friend, so they were all free, knowing what to do. They invited each other to a casino have fun. However, seeing her new friend leave with Billy made him feel a bit and a little angry. It turned out that the 2 of them used to be very close, but when PY wife passed away, Billy didn't come to pay his respects, but only sent a condolence card, which unintentionally made the relationship between him and PY become bolder. Even PY didn't want to be at his bachelor party. You were heartless, but in order to please your 2 old friend, you had to agree to accept the invitation to end the matter. At this time, Achi had seen what he loved most. When he was young, he happily sat down at the table while Sam and PY stood behind him. 2 bodies acting as elders become even more powerful. The young man sitting next to them immediately realized that the old man was acting like he didn't have any money to play with. He didn't say no and responded with a wad of money. I just withdrew from the bank when learned that he had taken half of my pension to play cards. And my 2 old friend couldn't help but be shocked. However, no matter how much I tried to stop him, he still refused to listen. Today must be let's play for real, because we rarely get the chance to escape from the children to relax. But who knows, this is the last time I'll be gave a bow. When I told the 2 of you to sit down and play with me, I accidentally spilled a bottle of wine on it. The boy appearance made him think that the playful old man was deliberately trying to cause trouble with him, so he also snaked up and left the cashier for a while and directly exchanged 15,000 chips for a chi so that he could start doing business. Sam stood there, after being excited about this gambling. His weak old heart couldn't stand it, so he ran to another place to find beautiful young girl to share with him. Anyway, before leaving, his wife gave her husband permission to am I playing freely or has there been a lot of chaos for a few days? Sam carefully probed around, but there was no one that caught his eye, and it wasn't until He saw an attractive back that he was truly attracted. He continued to get to know each other, but when the girl suddenly stood up, it wasn't what he thought a few seconds ago. Sam was startled and quickly put on glasses to confirm the other person's gender again. This was even more exciting. On top of that, the fish was extremely salty to his taste. I thought it wouldn't be a good fit, but it turned out to be an unbearable fit. Even thought I was a little apprehensive at first. He quickly caught up and proved to be very compatible with the transgender girl when the two of them, while he was still engrossed in blabbering about life. The potty on this side hurriedly ran over and waved Sam to come to Achi place. Please go quickly because Achi is losing control and alone. He can't stop that crazy guy. At the table, after the girl finished dealing the cards, she began to invite the old man to show the color. Dap bet on Achi, staring at the dealer card of spades. Then looked at this his M and 6 cards. After pursing his lips, he glanced at the dealer. The first card player nodded and signaled to take another card. Unfortunately for him, it was a kill. The minor expressed her condolences and took away his bet, then asked him if he still wanted to play. I raised my head and asked how many girl did I lose in the previous game. The girl said no. It was somewhere around 9,000. The two old men behind me started talking nonsense, but why did ask that? Now I have how many female staff members left, carefully count them, back to the number of chips. Sir, currently you have 102,000 left. After hearing this, two old friend couldn't help but be surprised. Even Achi himself felt a slight shock, spending only 15,000 and pocketing 102,000, thinking of playing for fun, but who would have expected it to be red? Is that true or not? This fan wants to die, but it's hard to see how many chips he has left, so he's so satisfied that he struts around and orders to change everything into cash and then stand up to leave, but unexpectedly the casino manager is standing right there. The person not satisfied and advised Achi to play a few more games. Maybe he would win big, but Achi knew how to be careful and not to seduce this old man, because if I can live to this age, you guys must know, his head is full of grit. However, the casino manager still did not give up and decided to give him a luxury apartment right at this casino with the purpose of recovering a little from Achi's first time staying in a casino. The luxurious and high-class place made the three of them surprised and happy, just like children being taken by their parents to visit the amusement park. However, at this moment, PY was bad at bringing up old stories and blaming Billy as a busy, careless person. As soon as his two friend opened his mouth to help, he was speechless. So that night he decided to stay home for dinner while 3 of his friends went to a bar to have fun lining up, but it wasn't his turn to jump in and take out a check to bribe the security guard. Who would have thought that this action of his would make him unable to hold back his laughter? Sam thought that the other person would criticize him a little, so he quickly took it all away. The silver that was still in his pocket was added to the security guard. When he saw that, he burst out laughing as if he was being brought. Tin made a joke later, because if he wanted to get in here first, he had to buy a bottle of wine worth $1,800. What's the big deal? Why didn't you say it from the beginning? I just won big, so leave Trow to worry about it. All 3 were having fun. Suddenly, a goofy young man appeared looking to cause trouble with them. I saw him. He spoke impolitely and even moved his hands and feet, causing Sam to fall to the ground, causing a very stinging, burning sensation all over his face. He was about to teach this medicinal brat a lesson when PY rushed forward and punched him straight in the face. After that, I didn't forget to warn anyone to touch anyone, but don't teach me to bully us. When I was your age, you probably wouldn't have had the shape of a cat in your crotch. Thanks to that, the foursome's relationship was he also healed the feelings of the gang of 4 brothers and returned to the way they were before. He also took the opportunity to advise Bly to consider carefully before marrying his young wife, because who knows what she really loves. He was in love with his fortune. That reminder made Billy somewhat confused, but he still decided to listen to Tim advice. So the farewell party of the old man was also very held by 3 people. Tonight I have to do my best to celebrate my old friend Achi escape from being single. Although he has high blood pressure, he is very happy and plans to play gently. Who would have thought that when he was invited, he would jump with excitement, just like Michael. There's no need to discuss Jackson's same, because his mother is the boss, so he was very excited to be able to serve wine to dozens of hot girls at the same time. Not only that, he was also invited by one of them to a private room to chat and help fix the problem. The water pipe was leaking. When Sam saw the attractive girl in front of him, his eyes lit up, his heart pounded. He was about to find a pill to calm himself down, but it was too late. While preparing to put the potatoes in the oven, he suddenly remembering his wife at home, he felt sorry for her even though she had given her permission to relax for a while. This action even on the beautiful girl, she not only did not retaliate, but also Sam exclaimed that Sam's wife was lucky to have such a loyal husband, but unexpectedly met her principal son on the outside. He didn't hide it anymore, but he said Dad just wanted to be free, flying around at my best friend party. I will live healthy to do what I feel like. So I hope you understand this, old man. If you agree, I want to have a drink with my son. P was quiet from beginning to end, only choosing to enjoy himself alone. But the truth was that he was waiting for his singer lover who had not yet arrived. However, after being advised by him, Billy also realized that she was the truth. The love of life is that history repeats itself when 2 old friends continue to become KY Fung Dyke Thursday pursuing the same girl. But what Billy dozes is convinced the singer to let his best friend give me a chance, that the same thing he did with P.'s wife, before, sacrificing his own happiness to give it to his brother to know that truth made P.Y. very disappointed as he thought this wife had chose him, but it turned out that his friend intentionally stood aside, so the next day he decided to repay the favor by directly questioning old man Billy girlfriend. After a while of chatting, Potty helped her, he realized that Bully didn't really love her. So it better for the two of them to stop their relationship here and blame the girl as soon as possible. Even though she didn't want to, she had to accept leaving the rich man. Billy also took this opportunity to confess his feelings to the singer. Finally, thanks to P, he found the true love of his life. Each of them then found new lives and new lives. The initial difficulties have now been resolved. You are truly beautiful. I admire the beautiful friendship of this legendary foursome. If one day in the future, our best friends will still be with us, is it like this or not? So do whatever you want, but remember to cherish the friends who are always by your side in difficult times, everyone.